Alright, so Toei flat out said that all the rumors are false for the return of Dragon Ball Super. But we know that it's undeniable fact that Dragon Ball Super will return of the success of the Broly film. It was also rumored that when it returns, it will follow directly from the manga. Which is nice. I think everybody wants to see the moral arc animated. But after the moral arc, I believe that Dragon Ball Super is in need for a time skip. Not because we want to see an older Goku and Vegeta and see how far they progress, but an older Goten and Trunks. If you want to see an older Goten and Trunks for the return of Dragon Ball Super, smash a like button. And we're going to talk about that next on J Cloud's Anime Talk. If there's one thing I give credit for Dragon Ball GT, we got to see an older version of Goten and Trunks way more often. Even though it was necessary for the characters to look much older in GT because GT is a continuation spin-off at the end of Z, so it was only right that we seen these characters look their age. But for Dragon Ball Super, we finally get a time skip. Goten is 11, Trunks is 12. Those are their ages at the start of Super. And even though time skips did happen in Super, Trunks and Goten are now at the ages of 13 and 14. And they look the same. And the reason why fans have a huge problem with this because Gohan at age 11 during the Cell arc looks older and bigger than Goten and Trunks, and Goten and Trunks are older than this version of Gohan. And what makes matters worse, the Trunks we see in the Future Trunks special is age 13 and looks way bigger than what Goten and Trunks look, while Goten in Dragon Ball Super is the exact same age of this version of Trunks, and the present Trunks is a year older than this version. They even showed the Future Trunks spin-off again in the Super anime, showing the version of Trunks looking much older at the exact same age of the present Trunks. So why are they not aging Goten and Trunks for Dragon Ball Super? It's simple. When Dragon Ball Super airs in Japan, the time slot is where most of the time kids are watching. It was different for Dragon Ball Z, different time slots, which is why Super doesn't show any blood when Z did. So Dragon Ball Super as a whole is catering more to a younger audience, which is why Goten and Trunks aren't aging physically because they need the little kids that are watching something to relate to, strong, powerful little kids most children will connect with, and it's shonen. Most shonen anime nowadays is geared towards the younger audience, which is why we see the main character of those shows most of the time are young boys. And with a show like Dragon Ball, most of the characters, 95% of them are adults, so they need that younger character so the younger audience can relate. But we understand the business side of things, but there is no reason why Goten and Trunks still look like they're 7 and 8 in the Buu saga when they're aged 13 and 14 now. These characters were set up to be the future ever since the Buu saga, but for Dragon Ball Super, I feel like they degrade these characters so much. Characters who have great potential, but we didn't see any of that in Super. Master Roshi and Tien were picked over Goten and Trunks for the Tournament of Power. The Tournament of Power were 48 minutes. Goten and Trunks can fuse as Gotenks for 30 minutes and eliminate so many universes. These are the same characters that Goku said that he don't want in the Tournament of Power because the universe is at stake and they're too young, even though these are the characters that everyone trusted to defeat Majin Buu when the whole universe was at stake. So yeah, we get it. Dragon Ball Super is catered towards a younger audience as a business, but what we don't get is the poor writing. You can argue and say that Goten and Trunks have more potential than any Saiyan. They went Super Saiyan at age 7. And we know that God Ki is irrelevant now, but why not just give them God Ki? When Goku and Vegeta are in other universes, who's going to protect Pan? Who's going to protect Bola? That is Goten and Trunks, and also Gohan. They are the future squad for Dragon Ball, but I don't want to speak much about Gohan because that's a video for a different day. But for the sake of the story and the return of Super, we need a time skip to see an older Goten and Trunks. Now, from my Dragon Ball Super Heroes reviews, you guys already know I'm not a huge fan of it, but one thing I do like is that they give us a version of an older Gotenks, even showing us what they will look like if the adult versions went Super Saiyan 3. And I can say I love the design that they went for these characters. I love the concept art, but it's a shame that we only get to see that in Heroes and not Dragon Ball Super. And it's the reason why we see so much fan art of these characters growing up, because that's what the fans want. The fans demand this. It would be awesome to see an adult Gotenks in Dragon Ball Super. You have a new set of kids, Pan and Bola, that can be the demographic for the younger audience. So you really don't need to press the issue for a younger Goten and Trunks. Grow them up and focus on Pan and Bola for the younger audience. And now that we know with the Dragon Ball Super story, a lot of things at the end of Z may be different now, but one thing you cannot change is the older version we seen of Goten and Trunks in the tournament. These are the children of Goku and Vegeta, so if Goku and Vegeta were to die off or they had to go out to another universe, focus on these characters. So for the return of Dragon Ball Super, I think we can all expect this. This is something that we need to see. And I believe that when Dragon Ball Super returns, I believe there will be time skips happening and it may pass at the end of Z. So to end it here, thank you guys for watching, and comment below and tell me your thoughts about this. Do you want to see an older version of Goten and Trunks? And do you believe when Dragon Ball Super returns, will we see a time skip of these older version of the characters? Don't forget to smash a like button, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe for more content. I'm J Cloud, and I'm out.